Hi guys, it's me, Meachy. Today is Wednesday, the 11th of December, and it is time for Simple Pleasures. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. I always say that, but nobody's really asking, but it just seems like it's something I should say. Anyway, Simple Pleasure this week. So I'm working out with Crystal. We're doing squats. We're talking. And she asks me if I'm going to do a video tonight. And I said, yeah. I said, but I don't know what my Simple Pleasure is. Get in the car, check my Facebook, and there's a post from a friend. She updated her status, and I want to read it. It says, listening to It Ain't Over by Marette Brown Clark. I just want to encourage anyone that has had a setback, limitations, stumbling blocks, etc. in 2013. God has the final say. He will perfect that which concerns you. He shall see it through until completion. Hold on. Know that He is still perfecting you. And when He is done, and then she said, eyes have not seen, ... And to finish that, it's eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither has entered into the heart of man the things that God has for them that love Him. So, the song, when I read that, I was like, wow, I love that song. So, the song again is by a lady named Marette Brown Clark. Google it if you can. Go to YouTube and listen to it. Let me tell you why I like it. A couple of years ago, about 2 years now, I had surgery. And prior to going to surgery, that song is something I would listen to while I would be out running or jogging because I was trying to get healthy to avoid this surgery. I thought if I could fix it myself, I wouldn't have to go to surgery. But it didn't work that way. But the song I listened to while I was running was that song. So I turned the song on as I'm riding down the road, and it encouraged me so much tonight. Now, that was 2 years ago. I'm fine. I'm healthy. But God reminded me in the car of that instance in which I used to use the song and what I used it for and why it meant so much to me. So my simple pleasure is this. My simple pleasure is the fact that the Lord is awesome enough to use people to bless people. He Himself speaks clearly. He will speak to you. You listen, He'll speak. Oftentimes, He does use other people. And her post reminded me and encouraged me. And I read some of the comments, and it encouraged other people. So that's my simple pleasure. God, there's nothing simple about God, but He is a pleasure. So have you ever had, I'm going to give you an example. Have you ever had a situation where you were afraid to do something, or you were scared, or you were going through something financially, spiritually, relationally? You were insecure about some things, and you internalized those things. And maybe you went to church and the pastor preached exactly to you, like he was up in your mailbox, and you were like, oh my gosh, he was talking to me. Have you ever had that? What about this one? Have you ever had where you didn't go to church and you were going through something and somebody said something to you that spoke exactly to your situation, and you said, oh my God, I've been struggling with that, and you got encouraged by what they said? That's what I mean. It's those moments like that, because number one, God doesn't have to do that, but He wants us to know that we are not alone. So those are the moments to me that are precious. That is a precious pleasure. So I'm grateful for that. So yeah, in listening to the song, it made me think about how God has never left me nor forsaken me. And at the time when I used to listen to it, I was in despair, I was depressed, I was sad. I wanted to cry all the time because I thought, God, if you love me, how come I got to go through this? Like, do I really have to get cut and almost die? Seriously? I was like, is that serious? And I couldn't understand it, but I get it now, you know? But He encouraged me even then, but I didn't feel like it. You know, I didn't want to be encouraged. So here we are 2 years later, fast forwarding, and I heard the song again tonight as I was riding home. I played it, and it took me back to where I was. And I thought about how far I've come in Christ and in life, and how He's blessed me. And He's kept me, and He doesn't have to. And even today, I had 2 different people encourage me without knowing that I was struggling with something that was specific to my issue. And you know what I heard distinctly? That's me. I got you. Don't worry about it. Does God ever do that for you? Is that a pleasure for you? Have you ever been going through something and somebody just blessed you? It's amazing the power that we have when we say what's in our heart. You never know who you're going to touch. So Nita, thank you for posting that. Thank you for reminding me. God is awesome. He takes time to take care of His people, whether it's Him speaking to you directly or Him using vessels. So if you're a vessel and you are constantly encouraging people, I know how stressful that can be. Because you're like, oh my God. So then when you go through, you're like, oh God, nobody cares. Oh my God. And he's like, shut it up. I'm right here. I got you. So thank you. I appreciate it. That's my simple pleasure. Hey, in the comments below on Facebook or YouTube, tell me if you've ever had an instance where you said, this has to be God. All right. I hope this made sense. It made sense to me. All right, guys. Good night.